afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, friends and families, gunfighters watching from around the world. We are live from the 3C Arena. Are you ready to have a good time?
Well, I'm here with my old friend Fallon, who's a CFDA title championship. Was that the Texas State you won?
Texas State.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Man, he's one of the fastest shooters in the game. He's one of them people that can shoot them sub 35 times, too.
Well, try to.
Well, I know. You're pretty good at it. But anyway, we're here. I'm Quick Cal, by the way, you know, from the TV series. And we're here at the Magnificent Seven Finals at the fastest gun alive. This is the biggest tournament in our sport. And we have an amazing group of shooters here from all over this country, even Europe. We have them here from Switzerland, France, and coast to coast. And so they're introducing the top 7 right now of our youth. One thing about our youth shooters, we start them out at about 8 years old. And the interesting thing is, the first thing we teach them is gun safety. Isn't that right?
Absolutely.
That's safety's first. And by the time they're 9, they know more about gun safety than almost all the adults in this country, unfortunately. And but you know, it's just CFDA's motto is safety first, fun second, and competition third.
Well, you've got to start somewhere.
Well, you do. You know, when they turn 12, and your boy's in this final, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
And tell me about him.
My son's Nighthawk. He started shooting a couple years ago. Last year, he actually won the deputy bracket here at FGA. And this year, he just took second. So he's having a ball.
Oh, I know. He's really coming along. He got a really accurate draw. He just lays them right in there.
Yeah.
So when he turns 12, which won't be too long, he gets to shoot two-handed.
Oh, yeah, he's looking forward to that.
Oh, I know. You know, you got to be 12 to start using one-handed on your draw. Before that, you have to use two hands, and you thumb the gun with your off hand. That way there's no danger of a shot ever not going completely downrange.
Well, right now we're calling up our Mag 7 youth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Our 7th seed's Ruby Roundhouse out of Idaho.
Yeah, she's won. She's a 2-time Great Northwest Territorial Annie Oakley champion. And
now they're calling up our 6th seed Gunslinger John.
yes, Gunslinger John. He took 4th in fastest gun alive.
I like that scarf he's got on.
That's pretty cool, ain't it? Hey, I like that.
And your number 5 seed this evening, he's been a National Billy the Kid champion. He's been second place in the Nevada State twice. It's Dink.
Now, Dink, he's from Arizona, and he won the National Billy the Kid championship up at your match.
That's right.
And then he took 3rd. He took 2nd. Now, Dink took 2nd in the Nevada State championship twice.
I don't think it'll be too long before he'll be shooting with the men.
I think so. A lot of these kids are developing quick, aren't they? It's amazing the speed these kids develop as shooters. Oh, there's 6-gun shelves. That happens to be my granddaughter. And she's always popular. She makes a lot of the top 7 shoot-offs for the kids and everything. But she actually won an adult thing. It's the deputy bracket at the 2022 fastest gun alive. And I think there were like 50 adults in it. And
yeah.
She came through there and won. It's amazing.
The Great Northwest Territorial Billy the Kid champion and your Oregon State champion, it's Nighthawk.
Oh, that's your boy right there.
Here's Nighthawk coming up to the Mag 7 youth.
Yes. All of our kids have such good manners. They all are to kind of hang with the cowboy way like we love to promote in our sport.
I don't know if he picked the Bee Gees because of his initials or maybe someone picked that for him. I don't know. Boy, this kid's been laying some times up there.
Yes.
I've seen some mid-4s out of him.
Yes, he has, you know, and He won the National Billy the Kid Championship at the National Championship this year.
Yep.
And also the Nevada State and Western Territorial. So he's on a roll, that kid.
California. She is your 3-time national champion, your 3-time California state champion, and your Arizona state champion. It's Little J.
Well, I'll tell you what, Little J, the last 2 years has really picked it up.
Yeah, she has. She's turning into a fine young gal, isn't she? And she gives those boys a run for their money.
You know, she won Frontier Bob's Stagecoach Shootout 2 years in a row.
No kidding.
Yeah,
with the
I think
shotgun.
she shot I don't know, maybe a 452.
No kidding.
Oh, yeah.
Nah, she's an up and comer. I asked her today when she's going to get her level 4 card and start shooting with the ladies. She says, I'm not quite ready. So she's having fun in our youth.
I'm sure they're not ready for her, too.
Oh, I know. I know. Last year's world champion Baby Beast, she got promoted to level 4 at this match on Friday morning, and shot with the ladies, and she ended the first day of shooting with only 1X.
All right, so we got Ruby Roundhouse on lane 1, Gunslinger John on 2. They're our first 2 youth finalists.
Yeah, this ought to be pretty good. And if you've been watching the series, you know that we use a special wax bullet. It's a 45. It's 45 caliber. These are all 45 factory guns. They can't be modified in any way, but we shoot special wax bullet ammunition. But we handle them just like live.
There we go, the first shot down range for our youth.
No times, 1 or 2. They'll load them up and they'll do it again.
Little warm-up shot for those kids.
Yeah, that's normal to find the range of that target. Changes every time, sometimes every round.
There we go. Ruby starts us off with a 708 on lane 1. That'll be 1-0.
Now the times, folks, are in thousandths of a second, so that's just a little under 3/4 of a second.
Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set. No times, 1 or 2.
Well, no time on that one. We're still 1-0 for Ruby Roundhouse.
Yeah, sometimes it takes a few shots to warm up and find that target and find your pace. And then sometimes even after
I've been trying to warm up all year.
I know what you mean.
There she goes.
Wow.
A 666 on 1. So it's now 2-0.
Now that's almost exactly 2/3 of a second to react to the light, draw fire, and it takes 300 of a second just for the wax bullet to get there.
She's got it now. Look at that. She's locked in on that 666. Edging out that 755 on lane 2. That round will go to Ruby Roundhouse.
Yeah.
So Ruby will stay there and await her next opponent. Dink out of Arizona.
Yes.
He'll have lane choice. He's going to leave her on lane 1. I'm not sure that's the right move to make, but we'll find out here in a minute.
Well, maybe he just shows her in a little respect. Once in a while, he kind of do that, you know. All these kids become friends. You see them off playing around all the shoots.
Well, I don't think any of them were paying attention during the awards last night.
No, they're out there having fun while we're clapping and handing the awards out. But I know they like getting the awards.
All right, here we go. Nothing on 1 or 2. Still 0-0.
Every round is different, isn't it? You know, sometimes you have it all dialed in. You think you're really on that day, and all of a sudden they draw the next round. You got to start all over again.
Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set.
Well, she's got a 6:43 on 1, nothing on 2. It's 1-0 in favor of Ruby Roundhouse.
And he said the line's ready. Here's your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set.
Oh, Dink answered back with a 5.99. So now we're 1-1 on 1 and 2.
I bet you. Ruby Roundhouse knows she's got to pick it up a little bit maybe, huh?
Yep.
And the line's ready. Here's the command. Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set. No time.
Still 1-1.
They're both going for it, aren't they?
All right, my line's ready. Here's your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set. No time on one.
Looks like she had a kind of a slip cock on that one on 1. Dink found it with a 6:33. So now we're 1-2 on 1 and 2.
And he said my line's ready. Here's the command. Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set.
Look at that. A 6:44 gets edged out by a 6:30. That round going to Dink. That'll move Ruby Roundhouse down to lanes 3 and 4, and that'll bring up our 4th seed, your granddaughter, 6 Gun Shelbs.
Oh, here comes the Shelbs. Hey, you know, the crowd loves a close match, don't they?
Absolutely.
You know, the crowd lights up when you got 2 times with some just within a few thousandths or hundredths of each other.
Down there on 3 and 4. Ruby's on 3.
And then, once in a while, they tie. And when, just so our folks know, when the 2 shooters on the line tie right to the thousandths of a second, they have to reshoot the shot.
All right, he said you can load and make ready.
Still an official shot, but it just counts as a tie.
Anyone up there can fight their way all the way back up to the top.
All right, so 6 Gun Shelbs bumped Dink over to lane 1. So we got Dink on 1, 6 Gun Shelbs on 2. Ruby Roundhouse on 3, and Gunslinger John on 4.
Yeah, so now this is when lane 1 and 2 becomes the winner's bracket. Lanes 3 and 4 becomes the 1X bracket. And it's real simple. You keep winning on 1 and 2, you stay there. When you lose on 3 and 4, you're out for the match and you're put in your final place.
Shooters on the line. Shooters.
Here we go.
Set.
Well, nothing on 1 or 2, but we got a 6:47 out of Ruby Roundhouse on lane 3. So on lanes 3 and 4, it'll be 1-0.
And he said the line's ready. Here's your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set.
Well, Dink found it now. He got a 5.89 on 1. Shelbs is still looking for it on 2, so it's 1-0. Ruby Roundhouse with another mid-6 on lane 3 with a 6.51. Nothing on 4. 2-0 on 3 and 4. Boy, she's pretty comfortable in that mid-6 area.
She sure is.
No times on 1 or 2, but look at this. We got a 6.50 on 3. Edging out that 6.71 on 4 out of Gunslinger John. That's round elimination to Ruby Roundhouse. That means Gunslinger John will go home in 7th place.
Well, 7th place ain't bad. We had quite a few kids competing this
I'll
week.
take it.
Yeah. It's hard to get in these shoot-offs. Just placing them, just getting into the qualifying for the magnificent finals, that's the goal of any match.
And he said the line's ready. Here's the command. Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set.
5.91 on 1, edging out that 6.32.
6:32 on 2. Dink goes up 2-0.
That's 2-0 on 1 and 2 for Dink. But Shelby found it with a good time.
Yeah,
He
not
was
too
just
bad.
a bit faster.
too bad.
Shooters. Set.
Look at that. She picks it up over there. So now we're 2-1. Six Gun Shelves hits a 589 on 2, edging out Dink 607.
I think a little adrenaline kicked in.
Absolutely. Well, we know she's got that championship blood running through her veins.
Yeah,
Shooters on the line. Shooters.
that's for sure.
Well, they were right there neck and neck, but Dink 602 edged out Shelby's 610. That'll give him the round.
What a close finish that was.
Kicking her down to the 1X bracket. Good shooting for both of them, though.
Of course, hey, you go over to the 1X bracket, and if you found it, you can come back and win
Absolutely.
it
Well, here comes Nighthawk.
all. All right,
He's going to bump him over to lane 2.
Did his dad teach him that?
No,
No?
no. All right, so we got Nighthawk on 1, Dink on 2. Ruby Roundhouse is on 3, and Six Gun Shelves on 4.
This ought to be a good bunch of matches right here. Both of these matches should be good. They're all in each other's range. You know?
Yep.
Really competitive.
He said the line's ready. Here's your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set. No times down the line.
Well, they were all going for it.
Well, they're all taking a kind of a warm-up shot there. Every time you load your gun, man, it's a whole new experience, it seems.
I just saw Nighthawk shoot a 505 in the deputy bracket.
Oh, is that right?
Set.
I know he's got them.
No times down the line. They're trying to find it. They're trying to get settled in. Let's hear it for them, folks.
I think these kids are trying to get warmed up for Sniper and Little J.
I think so.
They're knowing they're going to have to pick it up a little bit.
Yeah, Sniper's going to come in there in the half-second range.
Line's ready. Here's the command. Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set.
There we go.
There you go, 594 starting us out on 1 for Nighthawk. Nothing on 2. 672 on 3 for Ruby Roundhouse. Not fast enough for that 625 on lane 4. So we're 1-0 and not to 1.
All right, the line's ready. Here's the command. Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set.
Oh, 577 on 1. Nothing on 2. 2-0. And we're not to 2 on 3 and 4. Shelby's 640. Edged out Ruby Roundhouse's 651.
Six Gun Shelves just barely edging her
I'll
out.
say.
Barely edging her.
And the line's ready. Here's the command. Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set.
556 for Nighthawk on 1, nothing on 2. That's 3 points for elimination.
Yeah.
Ruby Roundhouse, she's got a 641 on 3, nothing on 4, so it's 1-2.
Yeah, so Nighthawk won 3 shots in a row. And it's 1-2. Man, Ruby Roundhouse got it tied up now. Try to force a 2-2 shoot-off.
Here's the command. Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set.
And she does.
658 on 3, nothing on 4. We're going to tie it up 2-2 now on 3 and 4.
This is one of the most exciting times in our sport.
Yep,
We call
2-2.
Call it sudden life.
Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set.
Oh.
3 or 4.
They're both going for it.
He said the line's ready. Here's the command. Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set.
Well, look at that. We got nothing on 3, but we got a 631 on lane 4. That is round elimination on lane 4 to 6 Gun Shelbs. That'll put Ruby Roundhouse in 6th place.
Well, Dink's going to go back over there. He's got to go to 3 and 4 now.
Yeah, we're bringing up Sniper.
6 Gun Shelb still got choice of lanes over there.
All right, so we got Sniper on 1, Nighthawk on 2. Dink is on lane 3, going up against 6 Gun Shelbs on lane 4.
And he said the line's ready. Good luck. Here's your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set.
Well, look at this. We got 2 good hits on 1 and 2. A 494 edging out that 512. I told you we were going to see some 4s out of him.
I figured we would.
I think we got a 589 out of Dink on 3, nothing on 4.
And the line's ready. Here's your command.
1-0 and 1-0.
Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set. No times across the line. They'll load it up. They'll do it again.
Well, I tell you what, seeing these youths shooting high 4s and low 5s, it's getting a little scary for us adults.
I know.
And the line's ready. Here's your command.
Let's watch this shot.
Shooters. Set.
Nothing on 1, another low 5 on lane 2, a 523. That'll tie them up 1-1. 602 on 3, edging out the 629 on lane 4. It's 2-0.
Yeah, as we develop these kids and they get old pretty fast, just like all of us parents and grandparents know. And when they progress far enough, they can qualify for a level 4 card once they're over 12 and shoot with the adults.
All right, here we go.
Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set.
Nothing on 1, a 516 on lane 2. It's 1-2. Nothing on 3, but 6 Gun Shell shows up to the party on lane 4. 2-1 on 3 and 4. Still anybody's game at this point.
And the line's ready. Here's your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set.
Nothing on 1, a 5 flat on lane 2. 574 on 3, edging out the 633 on lane 4. That's round elimination, and Nighthawk on 2 and Dink on lane 3. 6 Gun Shelbs will go home in 5th place.
The crowd loves the kids.
Oh, yeah.
The crowd loves the kids.
Well, they're the future of our sport.
Well, they are. They're the future of our society, and I think our sport turns out some pretty darn good
Absolutely.
kids.
And the future of any shooting sport in general.
Cowboy Fast Draw has developed a nonprofit scholarship program called Shoot for the Stars.
Yep, you bet.
And we have sent a number of kids to college, trade school, that are members of CFDA that work their way up through the system, and they got to keep up their grades. They got to be active in the sport to qualify for a scholarship. And we've handed out about $250,000 worth of scholarships so far. And we see our kids, they come back, sometimes they stick around the sport. Sometimes while they're getting their life started, they got to leave us for a while. When they come back, wow, to see what fine adults they've turned into. It's amazing.
Yep, absolutely. So we're down to our final 4 youth. Nighthawks on 1, Little J's on 2, Dink's still on 3.
Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set. No time on 1.
Woo! Nothing on 1, but a 478 on lane 2.
Boy,
Not to 1.
Little J lays it down, doesn't she? right in the fours right off the
And
bat.
the line's ready. Here's your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set.
Another 4 out of her. So it's not to 2. She's got a commanding lead on lane 2. We got nothing on 3. A 5:22 on lane 4.
It's still anyone's game.
I know Sniper wants to get back. He wants to get back to the winners. That kid is driven, I'm telling you. He's over there in 4, just laying it down over there.
Nothing on 1 or 2. A 5:58 on 3. No answer on 4.
It's 1-1 round.
Dinks picked it up now into the
Yep.
mid-5s. So let's see if Little J can close the deal. 3-time national youth champion right here.
Nothing on 1. A 9:12 on 2. 5:50 on 3. Edged out by that 5:35 on lane 4. So that is round elimination to Little J on lane 2.
Yep, she closed the deal. That's
We're
called
1 to 2 on 3 and 4.
Yeah, she must have had a recovery shot there.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Yep.
and that any shot up to 1.25 is a legal shot in Cowboy fast draw.
Already
folks.
set by lines ready.
But the
Here's your
youth, there is no limit.
shooters on the line. Shooters. Set.
5:63 on 3. Not fast enough for the 5:17 on lane 4. That is round elimination on lane 4 to Sniper. So Dink will go home in 4th place.
That sets us up. That sets up a semifinal round between Sniper and Nighthawk. The winner of that round gets to challenge Little J for the championship.
She is in the catbird seat.
That's what we call it. That means she just stands by now and just waits for the winner of this round. And all she has to do is win 1 round because she's clean so far. It's a 2x match. And so she's clean in the championship. And whoever comes from that lanes 3 and 4, that they already have been defeated once. And they have to come back and win 2 rounds in a row to win the championship.
All right, we got Nighthawk and Sniper on 3 and 4. They're going to battle it out here to see who will go on to take on Little J.
So it ought to be a good match right here. They both shoot right around that half-second range, a little below, a little above.
Shooters on the line. Shooters.
There they go. Well, speaking of that half-second range, there's exactly that. Sniper's got a 5 flat on lane 4.
And the line's ready. Here's your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set.
Well, look at this, a 5:14 on 3. Not fast enough for the 5:01 on 4.
I think Sniper found his pace, didn't he? Only 1/1000th of a second off his last shot.
Here's the command. Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set. No time, clear board.
They're both going
Boy, that
for it.
shot was close.
Oh, man, right together.
At half a second, that's right. They're seeing the line, reacting, drawing the gun, and shooting. All in half a second, folks. And the line's ready. Here's your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set. No time, clear board. They're just barely missing it.
You know, it seems like we keep seeing just younger and younger kids with faster times in this sport than we used to.
Well, you know,
And the line's ready. Here's your command.
same
At a
with
young
the men.
age.
Same with the men and women.
Well, that's
the
true.
whole sport's
Yep.
getting faster.
Well, nothing on 3, a 5:34 on lane 4, so Sniper will take that round. That'll send Nighthawk home in third place. That means he'll be at a mandatory practice session on Monday morning.
Oh, is that what that means?
I'm just kidding.
Well, probably he'll impose it upon himself knowing that kid.
Yeah, maybe.
He's really developed. He's chomping at the bit to shoot two-handed, though, just like Shelby.
Yeah.
Just like Shelby.
All right, so we're down to our two final youth here, Sniper and Little J. Sniper's on 3, Little J's on 4.
And they're both our top seeds.
She bumped him over. That's true.
She did. They were the number 1 and number 2 seeds, so they're in it to win it. And so Little J is a 3-time national champion, and Sniper is the current national champion, Billy the Kid. So it ought to be a good match.
All right, good luck. He said the line's ready. Here's your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set.
Look at this. They both start out at 5:58 on 3. Not fast enough for that 4:97 on 4.
Little J is dialed in, isn't she?
She's been sticking right in those high 4s.
Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set.
Nothing on 3, a 5:16 on 4.
Sniper's reaching for another gear, I think. But Little J, she's found her pace. One more winning shot, and she's the champion.
Here's the command. Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set.
Oh, he bounces back with a 479. Edging out that 512 on lane 4.
Listen
1 to 2.
Listen to that crowd. They love this.
All right, the line's ready. Here's your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set.
Oh, 5 flat on 3. I think she had a slip cock on 4 with a 906. Well, look at that. We're 2 to 2.
That's Sniper's.
That's when he gets excited.
Kid, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy, he's determined. It's 2 to 2.
Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set.
Oh. You know, folks, you know, when you see the blinking light, that means that's the winning shot.
All right, the line's ready.
So watch for that.
Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set.
There it is.
5-10 on 3. No answer on 4. Well, they're going to swap lanes and do it again.
Okay, so Sniper forced the championship round. And now they're both even.
No more X's now.
Nope, that's it.
All right, he said the line's ready. Here's your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set.
Well, 490 on 3, edging out that 552 on lane 4.
Kind of how the last match started.
Yep. 1 to 0.
And the line's ready. Here's your
I bet you Sniper puts on the pressure on this shot.
shooters. Set.
Well, they both put on the pressure. They're going for it. They know it's a close match, and they know they got to put all they got into that shot.
And the line's ready. Here's your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set.
Well, nothing on 3, a 483 on lane 4. 1 to 1.
I knew he was going to pour on the coal.
And the line's ready. Here's your command.
But Lady J, let's see what she comes back with here.
And she did, a 5-14 on 3. So we're 2-1.
And the line's ready. Here's your command. Shooters on the line. Shooters. Set.
There it is.
467. What a time, two-handed. No time on 4. So Little J is our 2024 fastest gun alive youth champion. Sniper did some darn good shooting, though.
He sure did. That was a good match right there.
.467. That's a good time one-handed.
Yeah, there's a lot of adults that can't shoot under half a second in this sport. And these kids develop. And so now you're seeing them, anyone who wins one of our CFDA title championship, especially the fastest gun alive world championship, they come off that line a winner and look at the crowd that gathers around them to congratulate them. And
well, that's what it's all about, the CFDA family.
It sure is. You know, the CFDA family, that's what we call it. It's such an incredible group of people, and it's this bond that seems to be created between all of us. You know, what do you think that is?
Well, a family that shoots together stays together, Cal.
Well, it does, you know, not only the actual families, but actually we shooters become part of a big family. It's this bond, this brotherhood and sisterhood that we share, because very few people can understand. In fact, no one can understand how difficult this game is unless they play it.
Absolutely.
People can sit there and say, okay, that target, I can shoot that with my gun, no problem. But you're talking about not only hip shooting, you're talking about having an opponent on the line, and they're going to give it their all. You're giving it your all. You're going as fast as humanly possible that you can go against your opponent. And if you're off at just 1 degree, you're going to miss that target. And so we respect each other for playing this game. And I think that's where the bond comes from.
Well, I'll tell you, the game creates good sportsmanship.
This is one of the few sports that you will see the shooter actually call penalties on themselves.
Right, absolutely.
They'll hold up their hand.
Yeah.
It's pretty
amazing.
I think
a part of that is the Cowboy way.
That is. It is. Our sport is based on certain principles having to do with the Cowboy way.
Yep, absolutely.
And so it's just really an incredible thing to be part of. If you're looking to get involved in CFDA, just go to the cowboyfastdraw.com website, look it up, see where you are, see where the closest clubs are, and get in touch with them. You'll be happy you did.